Okay, so we are getting close to the end with our tutorials here. So this time we only have left the tuning parts, the long distance model, and I guess the collision file. So let's see how far we can go with this today. I think the first thing I want to show you is the tuning parts. I'm going to use one of my older models because here everything is pretty much like already done. The damage parts and stuff. So it's much easier to show it on this rather than using the car I was working on before. So let's see. Okay, I think tuning parts is also like one of the most fun parts of the car converting. So I hope hopefully you can also have fun with that. And okay, first of all, we don't need this long distance model because at the end I'm going to show you how to create it by yourself. So I will just delete it. Now the next thing we don't need is all the tuning parts. So I'm going to delete them from the already done model. So I can show you how to do it all by yourself. So the tuning parts are usually with name UG. Yep. So here they are. I will select them all and I will just delete them. So now we have no tuning parts on this vehicle, so we can start working on the tuning parts thing from the very beginning. Yep, the first thing I usually do is I select the whole car I have, just hide it, and now I open one of the original San Andreas vehicles that I know has already all the tuning part dummies already. For example, I think Intruder has like all the tuning parts, uh, all the tuning possibilities in the game's transponder. So let's open this. Now we only need the tuning parts, so basically everything else we can just delete. And for that I select one of the dummies, select similar, Control I on the keyboard to invert the selection, and pretty much everything else you delete. So now the next thing I do is we only have the dummies now, but we only need the UG ones. So basically we can also do the same thing. Contain string UG, select, Control I, and delete. And now we only have the tuning parts left here. So pretty much we can just use this. Actually, also one thing I normally do is I always also delete the damage part of the tuning dummies. So also contain string dam, all of the damaged ones, and delete again. And now select all. Uh, Set the coordinates 0, 0, 0. Also the rotation 0, 0, 0. Now we have all the tuning parts, and now we just need to start assigning them. So pretty much just bring back your old vehicle. Just to make it a little bit easier, let's hide all the damage models, the damage doors, damage bonnet and stuff. So them and hide selection. So now we only have the tuning part dummies and the normal looking car. So we can just start doing it now. Okay. As you probably know that I always use my own special like custom tuning parts already for all my vehicles. So I just make sure that all of the parts fit my new conversions. So if you don't want to do this, if you don't want to use my tuning parts, so you can use use the San Andreas original ones, but I recommend using mines because they should fit all the GTA 4 and GTA 5 vehicles by the size and by the reflections. So yeah, it's up to you totally. So basically, let's start it. My tuning parts are also in the folder I sent you. So um, here tuning parts, and you can see here that here are the original ones that the San Andreas game uses, and here are the new ones that I use. So let's see. Let's start with, for example, the nitro. It's called. Okay, I haven't put it here, but it's you can take the original one because it's the same size and not too much changed. So this one is the with the L at the end is the large one, the S the small one, and TW is the twin one. So I usually use this to set the coordinates and stuff to the correct places. So let's use it this time also. And you can pretty much put it everywhere, wherever you want on the vehicle. Sometimes I put it. Some cars have it like original San Andreas cars have it here under the rear rear glass. Some cars have it here, like in the middle of the between the two seats in the front or wherever you want. So, but I usually put it in the trunk, so it looks like more realistic and more out of the plain sight, but still looks like decent. So let's see how. Now I'll show you how it's done. So pretty much you just take the nitro, the model, the dummy, select all, select both of them, set the coordinates again 0, 0, 0, the rotation 0, 0, 0, and now the two of them together, just move it and find the best place for them and just put it where you want it to be in the game and how you want it to look. You can also like rotate it any way you want. I will put it here, and now it should be like this. So now next thing, just delete this model, take the dummy, unlink it from wherever it was, and link it again, and back to the body. The generic things that are like not part of the part of the moving parts, like hoods or bonnet or bumpers or whatever, they usually go to Jesse's dummy, and here to Jesse's, or maybe it was Jesse's dummy, or here, I don't know. Either way, if it doesn't work, just change it from here to here. I think it was here, so I will put it here right now. So if it's not there, then we can change it later. And now it's done. And now you have to open the car mods uh, that file where all the tuning parts are set. Find the car you are going to replace it. I think I replaced my Hakumai with the Sunrise. So here it is. And here is all the list of the tuning parts that are going to be used. So as we have the names of the tuning parts, we just write it here. And for the nitros, it was the three nitros are called are these ones. So we just copy them from here to here. Now we have them. Now the only things that are working in the game are the nitro parts. So next thing, same thing with next tuning part. Let's see, for example, the roof scoop. Open. Roof model, roof dummy. Put it here where you want it to be. For example, maybe like this. Maybe rotate it a little bit. The good thing, like with this, is that you can see the white box around it. So if it's inside the roof, you can see that also the model is inside the roof a little bit. So it's better to have it like this instead of this. Otherwise, it's going to be like a little gap between the two parts, and it's going to look ugly in the game. So just put it like a little bit inside the roof, and it should be perfect. So like this. Now just copy the name or remember it or whatever how you want it to do. Delete the model, link it back again to the chassis here, and add the name to the data file. Where's our here it is, Sunrise, the name. Put the comma at the end. It's very important that you put the comma and the little space between, and make sure that the last tuning part you have it doesn't have the comma at the end. So if you put like next one comma, the last one no comma. So we can continue. Let's see what we have here next. I think the side skirts, for example, are here. I only used you don't really need to use the both of them. You don't need to, I mean, you don't have to uh, import both of them into the 3ds Max because they are identical unless you want both of them have a different location. So, but I don't, so I just use the right one. Now I select both of them, both of the right one and the left one, and also the dummy. And since we were using the right one, we have to put it to the right side of the car. Let's find a good place for it. Maybe like this. Maybe a little bit more to the back. Oops. Because inside you can see that some part of the car is inside the tuning part, so it doesn't look very good. Maybe like this. Like this. Maybe outside a bit. It's very important that all of your vehicles have all of the tuning parts, even if tuning part dummies, even though if you're not going to use them, because otherwise, if you don't have the dummies and somebody uses this car, for example, in a San Andreas multiplayer, and they tune the car, and you don't have your car doesn't have the dummies, it's going to crash your game. So people are going to be like really mad with that. So and not going to use your car in the game. So yeah, it's very wise to have all the dummies. And if you don't have, I mean, like if you don't use the tuning part for that certain part, for example, if you don't want to use the side skirt, you don't have to put it here. But right now, because I think it looked quite good for this car, so I'm going to put it there. Now, just as you put both of the right and left one to the one side right now. Now what we want to do is select only the left dummy, and change the first coordinate to the left side. So just put the minus in front. And now the left dummy is at the left of the car, and the right dummy is here at the right of the car. And same thing again. Unlink, link, and Jesse, and here. Okay, so what we have left there? Get the lights, the spoiler, the bonnet dummies. For these things, these were like the easy things. But now I have the a little bit harder ones. Because the other parts also have the damage parts. So now let's see. Let's take the lights, the fog lights first, for example. Also, I forgot to add side skirt name to the data file. So let's just find it where it is. What was the name again? I didn't copy it, so I have a little problem now. Okay. wing size left. I think you should also always use the left side one, because if you use the right name of the right one here, I'm not sure if it's going to work. But I think San Andreas, like original cars, they use the right one and just mirror it to the other side or something. So copy it here. Now let's do the fog lights, because the fog lights also have the damage part, damaged dummy. So let's open it. Also, I have like two. The San Andreas game uses two different types of fog lights. One is the square one, and one is the round one. And actually, in my custom custom uh, custom tuning parts, I have the round ones, but the square ones, instead of using the square ones, I'm using the kangaroo grill for the SUVs and stuff. So my cars don't actually my cars don't use uh, the square ones in the data file. So I only use it for the for SUVs and vans and stuff that actually can fit it. So for example, maybe to your rancher you can use the square ones and like find a nice place for it, and maybe it will fit. But here we will take the round ones again, the UG lights, the model 000, and now find a nice place for them. For example, maybe in here, like so. Looks good. Now, important part. Now we are going to do the damaged ones. For that, it doesn't use the actual damaged fog lights model, but it just uses the same model, but in a different coordinates and location. So what we do, we can right now hide the OK bumper, open the damage bumper, and now just take the good lights, clone it, and at the end of the name we just put dam, and now again using the dam dummy and the same lights, we can rotate it again and to make it look like it's damaged. So for example, like this, put it a little bit down to fit better with the actual damaged bumper. So like this, maybe a little bit higher. Yep, looks good. Delete it. Delete the model, I mean. Now take the two lights, the damaged lights dummy and the normal lights dummy. Okay, unlink, and now you have to link it to the front bumper dummy instead of the chassis dummy. So here, and now the same thing with now we have to do the same thing with the spoilers, the boiler, the the hood scoops and stuff. And for this, I have actually made like a special. I have exported the special models for them for just for putting the just for putting the uh, dummies right and finding the best fitting spoilers for a vehicle. Because not all spoilers fit for the same car. So let's just bring back our um, boot, and now I have made a special model. Here it is. It should be here. It's called all-in-one spoilers, and here I have put all the spoilers together into one file. so I can just easily set the location and put put them all together and find which one looks the best and which one looks the shittiest. We don't need this thing, but we need this and this. So 0, 0, 0, rotation 0, 0, 0, and now let's just move it here. And now we can start looking like how it fits here. I can already see that the big one doesn't fit at all, so we can already delete it. Now move it back. And with this, I usually go by this one because with this I can see perfectly how it should, how the rotation should be, like this maybe. Yep, maybe like this. Maybe take it a little bit more to the back. Oops. Maybe like this. Yep, you can do it. You can find the best location and stuff by yourself, I'm sure. So now we have all of them here. Now I just start hiding them, and one by one I just take one back and see if it fits, and if it does fit I add it here to the data line. If it doesn't fit I just don't do anything with it. So hide everything else except this. And this one, for example, looks like it looks nice on this car. I like it. So actually, you know, I'm going to move everything a little bit forward. Maybe like this looks better. So let's see. Hide everything except the one. Yeah, I think it looks good. So I just take the name of it, delete it from here, add the name to the here. Now unhide the next one. Maybe this. Let's see how this works. This one also seems to look very good on this car. I like it, so I will also add this one here. Now maybe this one. And again, I think it looks good on this car, so I can add it. Let's see the next one. Let's see this one. Yep, also looks good. But I'm afraid these ones are going to look shit. Yeah, maybe it's not the best because it's a little bit, yeah, the shape doesn't just fit this car, so I'm just not going to do nothing with it. I will just delete it. Now this one actually again, yep, maybe it's not the best, so I don't like it that much. I'm not going to use it. And let's see this one. Yeah, it doesn't fit this car. It's too rounded for this car maybe, so I'm not going to use it. I'm going to delete it. Okay, actually we shouldn't have like deleted one of them. So let's take one of them back. So I think this one was the one I used for the location of it, for the coordinates. So let's take it again. Let's bring it back. Tuning parts new. Where's this? Okay, let's find it here. Here it is. Yep, it's good. Now what we're going to do is again copy this one, copy the good one, clone, and make the damaged one. Now hide the original the good boot that is not damaged, and bring back the damaged boot, this one. And now we have to select the damaged dummy and the spoiler. No, not this one. This damaged dummy and the spoiler. Set location 000, coordinates 000, and now I have to find the place for the damaged spoiler to be. So maybe like this, a little bit more up, like this. Rotate it a little bit so it looks like it's been hit hard. Maybe like this. No, maybe like this. Yeah, I think it's good enough. So yep, let it be like this. And now again, take this two. Oops. The spoiler damaged and the spoiler normal, and now you have to link it to the boot dummy here, and here you go. Now what we have left is just the bonnet and the bonnet scoops. So let's go with the bonnet first. Here for that, it also has like 4 different types of the bonnets. So I have again made a special model for that. Here they are. Boot scoops all in one. Again, take all of them and this also 000, 000, 000, and let's find a good place for them. So here, as you can see, I also have the big one. I can already see that it's not going to fit this car because it's like a muscle, more for muscle cars. So I'm just going to delete it already because we're not going to use it for this car. But the other 3, they look good. So let's see if they also fit this car. Maybe like this, a little bit less, like this. Down maybe. Maybe like this. Let's see. Now let's hide the 2 of them. Hide selection. Let's see. Yep, looks good. So take the name, delete it, and add it to the data file. Let's see if the others fit. Yep, looks good as well. So take this one too. And the last one is also good. And we will put it also here. Now again, the same thing we have to do the damaged ones as we did with the spoilers. So hide this one, hide the good hood, open the damaged spoiler, damaged hood I mean, here. Okay, because now you can see that this one actually does fit already the damaged spoiler, the damaged hood too, but the problem is that the big one I'm pretty sure is not going to fit. So let's take the big one, let's open it back in the 3ds Max and try to find a good place for it, because now we are going to have like a little bit conflict, because if we make the big one fit, then the other ones don't fit. So now we just have to find like the best solution from out of the worst ones. Which one was it? Also, now we make the damage dummy on it. Then pick the model 000 000 and move it to find it a nice place. Yeah, you can see the big one probably not going to fit because yep. So we have to find like some way how to make it look like at least a little bit decent. So I mean you're probably not going to look at the damaged tuning thing anyways in the game so too much. So maybe let's put it like this. Yeah, you can see there's a hole here. It doesn't look too good, but at least it's something. So yeah, let's let it be like this. Now again, take dust 2 and link it to the bonnet dummy. Where is it? Here. And now we only have left dust 2, the right and left sides of the hood. So let's bring back the good hood. And let's open the models, the tuning models for them. So here we go. The square ones, I will take the square ones because for the oval ones I just use like for some cars even this one the square ones don't fit. So just to have something, I would I made some kind of like hood ornaments, so they should look at least some kind of some bit decent. Okay, and here it is this model also has the damage part, so it's different, so it's a little bit easier. Let's also take the left side here, and now what we do is we take only the non-damaged ones 000 000, and let's bring it up. I usually put some kind of other texture for it because this is green and this is green, and so it's really hard to like sometimes really hard to see how it is going, how it fits into here. So let's put this red thing. It's good enough. Move it to the nice place. So maybe like this. Actually, yes. Okay, no. Here you can see like why I changed the texture, because like if I put it like this is also green, the hood is green, and this part was also green, so it's like really hard to see if there is going to be some conflicts or no. So let's move it a little bit like this. Little side. Here you can see some kind of line. Maybe it doesn't look too good here, so maybe move it here. Okay, I think this is good enough. Maybe a little bit lower. Oh, like this maybe. Yes, let it be like this. Now we put everything on the right side, but to put it on the left side, we do it again. We take the bonnet left dummy, add the minus in front of the coordinate here also. Here. So looks good, except the rotation is from the right side, so now we have to change the rotation also, like mirror it. So this one I think should take the minus off. Nope, now we did it wrong, we changed it a little bit wrong. So let's put it here, the minus, and also here. Now it looks good. I think this we can use it in the game. Now let's just add the name of it to the data. I think we should use the left side's name, so let's put it like this, comma, and that's it. Now we can pretty much delete these things and make a copy of them, and for the damaged dummies, M, and this one also, oops, I went fucked up, clone, and them. So now we have the damaged dummies and the damaged models. So let's start with them again. Hide the good one, open the, bring back the damaged one, damage bonnet. So here, select the dummy, select the models. Nope, now we did wrong. The models are here, the damage dummies are here. Set coordinates, rotation coordinates 0, 0, 0, coordinates 0, 0, 0, and now we can start working on this again. Actually, what we can do right now is just put again the red thing, and we can just do it one by one. So only the right sides at the beginning, like this. Find a good place for it. Maybe like this. These don't have to be like mirrored, so they don't have to be like exactly in the same position if you don't want, because the two parts are like a little bit different. Like yeah, in my mode at least, and usually also the damaged hood is not symmetrical, so it's not, so you can like find the best for them. I don't know, I think it's good enough for the damaged part. Maybe you can, if you have more time, you can like find the ideal position, but right now pretty much I just put it like this, so actually you can just, you understand how I'm doing this, so that's the most important thing right now. So again, same thing for the left side, select both of them, find the position, maybe here, like this, like so. Nope, doesn't look good. Just takes a little bit time, but once you get the hang of it, you can, I guess you can do it a little bit faster. So let's put it like this. Yeah, I guess good enough. So let it be like this. Okay, so now we are done with this. Uh, link this to the bonnet dummy. Okay, these group 101 things we don't need. These are shit. They're just for them the tuning part model to make them all together in one file. Delete them, and now we're done. Also make sure that you don't have to put damaged file names into the data file. So actually one thing we didn't do is the exhaust. So let's do that too. But the exhaust is a little bit different. It doesn't have like the tuning like dummy. It doesn't use a dummy. It only uses the coordinates of this thing. So right now let's take it, let's hide it, let's bring in all of the tuning exhaust. I have also done the same thing for the some same thing for the exhaust. I have put all of them together into one file. Here are all of the exhaust. Let's move it to the back of the car where the exhaust should be. Maybe like all together, like here. You can change the position here. It looks easier maybe. Now let's see how we're going to find a good fit for them. Maybe too much, a little bit less outside, a little bit down. Here you can see it's like a little bit like a conflict, so maybe a little bit more up, like this. And now it's the same thing we did before. Hide everything except one. Oops. See if it fits good to this car. It does. Take the file name, add it here. Oops. Add it to the data line. Unhide the next one. Unhide this one. Let's see. Maybe it's, yeah, it looks good on this car. So take it, delete it, add the name here. Let's take this one. Looks also good. The problem here now is that the data file can't handle like when there's like too many lines here. Just some sort of limit. If there's too many, you're going to have some problems in the game. Like some of them not showing at all, some of them having wrong names. So if you have like too many stuff here, you are going to have problems. I think like this is like almost the maximum you can have. Different tuning parts there, so you shouldn't have any more. But one trick that I use is that to make here a little less stuff is that for example right now we want also this one, but we don't have any more space here. So what I do is I delete one of the nitros, because do we really like need 3 different nitros? Like they're so pretty much the same thing, just one has like a little bit less the nitros. You can use it less times. So most of the times everybody only uses the 10 times nitro, so we can delete the small ones. Now we have like, as you can see, we have like more space here. We can put some more exhaust, for example. And now the most important thing, let's take the last exhaust and see. Okay, let's see, we also want to use this one. What I didn't do, what I should have done actually at the beginning, because already is very important now. The coordinates here are very important, so remember these coordinates. Bring back the original exhaust, this one, select it, and now we have to make sure that the original exhaust has just these same coordinates as the tuning exhaust. So what we do is we take the tuning exhaust, take the coordinates, remember them, take the original exhaust, change the pivot point, and add the coordinates of the tuning exhaust to the original exhaust. If you do it with the pivot thing, it doesn't affect the actual position of the dummy, but just the pivot point. So here, let's take this coordinate, add it to the original dummy or original exhaust. Same thing with this one. And as you can see, the exhaust stayed to the same position, but the coordinates are also like the same. So it was like this. Yes, so now it's perfect. And now you don't have to do anything besides unhide everything, delete this group 01 thing, and your car has now tuning parts in the game. So also don't forget to save this file. So yep, this is how you do the tuning parts, and that's it. I guess we have like I have took us a long time. So in the next two videos, I'm going to show you how to make the long distance model and the collision file. It should be like it should take a little bit less time than the tuning parts, but are also much more boring to do. So see you in the next video.